Good morning and welcome to Friday Live and Mail Call. And of course, it wouldn't be a Friday if we didn't come out here to all right. And my number one sidekick is back all the way from
Good morning. How are we doing today?
Doing good. How about those Tennessee Volunteers?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't watch it.
I mean, you should.
How'd my U.S. Bulls do? USF Bulls. That's the big question.
Oh, I don't know.
Hmm.
They're not in the Big 12, they're not in the hunt.
Yeah.
But speaking of football, my alma mater, Iowa State, is thus far picked to win the Big 12 and have the number 4 slot in the championship tournament. So even though they're only ranked 15th, I believe. So, but anyway, how you doing?
Oh, just moving stuff along. I was.
Girlfriend doesn't have you out doing something today, like 2 weeks ago, huh?
Yeah, no. 2 weeks ago, we were actually in Kentucky. At least we're back here now. I was driving to Kentucky during the show. I watched it best I could and had Teresa type in comments for me.
Yep. And then, of course, I was busy judging fish last weekend.
Yeah, those big goldfish.
Yes, judging koi.
Yeah, so, big goldfish.
Big goldfish. They're carp, but they're not goldfish.
Yes. Okay. If you say so. I still call them big goldfish. But we're at the house again, trying to, pack 2 house worths of stuff into one house, and that's always difficult.
Yeah. And of course, we do have our compadre from the left coast. So hold your ears. Oh, okay. We can take our fingers out of our ears now.
You're talking about football. Fight on for USC.
Hey, Lynn, how are you doing?
Great, thank you. Hey, look, we got more than one picture going.
I know. Lynn's getting high tech on us. It just goes through. You can teach these old dogs some new tricks every now and then.
You want to know high tech? I got the turnout temporarily fixed.
Oh, great.
There you go.
That was mind-boggling.
Sometimes
those watching the picture on the other side over here, that's the true color of the layout. For whatever reason, the computer and this camera,
it's the white balance and brightness adjustments. So let's run through and see who all
trains upstairs. There's train downstairs.
We can see those trains upstairs just in the upper part of the picture. So
probably in 5 minutes, everything's going to go up in smoke. But hey,
well, let's take a look.
A lot of this has to do with heat, being on YouTube and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
By the way, last night I saw we're up to 530 subs. Wow.
Cool.
That's surprising.
I'm at 300 and something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't go out and and post as much or anything. But anyway, here nor there. Let's take a look at who all's joining us today. The cookie went to Schuylkill River Valley John number 2, and he was followed almost instantly by Mr. Joe Rader. And Joe's on a streak, man. He's been on time,
yes, he is.
Everything, and for a couple months now. So, way to go, John. And of course, other people are too. But this is, put it in perspective. Back 3 or 4 months ago, Joe couldn't make it to anything on time, and now he does a great job at it. So,
I wonder if he got fired or got divorced or something that keyed this in.
No, he was giving himself so much crap over it.
Okay, yeah.
And so he made a concerted effort, like it really matters, right?
Yeah.
So
less hassle from you.
Some people miss the first 5 minutes intentionally, so they don't have to listen to the theme songs,
or at least the California one.
Yeah. John, thank you for the audio check. Appreciate it. JD has joined us from just south of here in the great state of Texas. Andy, hot dog pilot Andy, has joined us from across the pond.
Mm-hmm.
And Tammy and Ray are with us this morning. Hi, Tammy. Hi, Ray. Good to see you on board this morning. And Tammy's right up there giving the Tennessee Vols a shout out. So my daughter-in-law is a huge Tennessee Volunteers fan. So I thought it was going to be divorce court a couple weekends ago when OU played Tennessee, and Tennessee put a spanking to my son's OU Sooners. So, and JD wants to know how hot it is, Lynn.
Currently, it is, I'm checking, 82.
Oh, nice cool morning for you.
Yeah, it got down to 69. I was telling Steve earlier, almost didn't feel like getting out of bed. We've got clouds. It was a little cooler. I got up.
We got Mr. John Benicki with us, Floyd Robbins from the great province of Ontario. All right. JB's in Indiana, if I am not mistaken. And who else? Steve 87th Pete Staff is with us from Washington, the Great Pacific Northwest, Washington.
Do I see the train freak in the comments?
Yes, you do.
I haven't gotten that far.
Yeah.
No.
Yes, there he is.
There he is.
He'll be in chat,
there he is.
but he's got to wait till lunch hour, which is in about 25 minutes for him, I would imagine. He can pop in any time. Who else? Anybody else? Anybody?
Tammy and Ray.
Okay. UT comes to the Razorbacks this weekend. Well, my wife's the university. Our house is so divided. It isn't even funny. Of course, I'm Iowa State, the proverbial pick to win the Big 12 as of right now, and which is unbelievable. And my wife is University of Texas. My brother is Baylor. My son and daughters are OU. My daughter-in-law is Tennessee. My son-in-law is Alabama. So I'm any given weekend, somebody's fighting somebody.
Yeah. Of course, I'm USF, University of South Florida. Go Bulls.
Yeah, but they don't count.
I haven't been watching any football this year, so haven't had time.
My wife is USC. I'm SBVC. Figure that one out.
S what?
SBVC.
SB.
VC.
I have no idea. What is it?
San Bernardino Valley College.
Oh, okay.
You would have never guessed that one.
Nope. I almost said San Bernardino, but I had no idea what the VC was. So
Now, my wife also went to San Bernardino Cal State.
well, Jason just said he won't be able to come up today.
Jason.
Huskers, JD. I have 3 favorite teams. All right. Number 1, Iowa State. Number 2, anybody that beats University of Iowa. And number 3, anybody that beats Nebraska. I mean, when my kids were growing up, my oldest daughter, she got a puzzle map in the United States, and we teach her things about different states. Like Iowa's where Daddy went to college. Texas is where she lived at the time. Illinois is where Grandpa lived, and Kansas is where Dorothy and Toto were from. And she pointed to Nebraska. She goes, "Who lives there?" And I said, "Don't worry about it. Nobody lives in Nebraska." So I used to have to go to Nebraska on business because we had a distribution center in Lincoln. And so I'd go there, and I told that to the distribution manager, and all of a sudden packages started arriving for my 4 or 5-year-old daughter from Nebraska.
Yeah. But hey, how about some train stuff?
You bought some train stuff?
Well, no, I said how about some train stuff? But yes, I did buy some train stuff. But
Jason and younger Steve are going at it now. Jason likes Oregon just for their uniform options, and Steve says, "You mean the ugliest uniforms that could be worn?" That's a good one.
Yeah. But anyway, what's been going on besides football and kois, Steve?
Well, as I mentioned, I was out in Fresno judging a koi show last weekend, and next weekend we will not have a Friday Live because I will be judging koi again in Atlanta. So if anybody wants to go see a koi show in Atlanta next weekend, drop me a line and I'll hook you up with where it's at and all that kind of stuff. And but anyway, I got a bunch of stuff over the last couple weeks.
Stuff. We like stuff.
Stuff is stuff. And so let's I can go through that unless you want to go first there, John.
Mine's very short, but
well, go ahead.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be a very good host if I didn't go last. You know,
I found a nice. Let's see if I can get a nice B unit, F3B unit, with Chicago and Eastern Illinois on it. No box, but it's in excellent condition and it's never been run. But it's an unpowered B unit, so I'm debating on whether I want to, find some used one that still runs that I can rob the chassis and the motor and wheels from, or at least the gears out of it to make it a runner. I had another one like this that I did make a runner because at the time I was still in Florida. And I could go over to Zitnick's, and I found a powered unit, undecorated, B an A unit that I just took the shell off and put it on there, and it was powered then. So I may or may not. This has a good weight to it. It rolls well, so I may just stick it in my trains and have an ABBA, which they didn't do too often on the CNEI, but I do have a picture of them running that way. I'm going to have to detail this one though, because it's an old Stewart. It's just like my other ones that I have that are in this darker blue color. So I'll probably keep it that way and just number it correctly to go with the set over there. And another great find on eBay that I was very happy with, it was a nice heavyweight passenger car in the CNI dark blue, which I have another one which I believe came from Steve. He found it. And this one, they actually put one of the names on it. This is the Tuscaloosa car, which is correct for CNEI. They had several numbered cars, and this one, it doesn't look like it was run at all, but somebody went ahead and put people in it. So that helps right there, just already having people in it. Except I don't think they cut them down far enough. They're setting a little high, but oh well. When it's going by on the track, you'll never notice it. But yeah, that's my mail call for the week. It's actually for the last 3 weeks because I had the B unit the day I couldn't be on because I was going to Kentucky. So this is 3 weeks worth, and but that's it for today.
Cool.
Why are they called heavyweight?
I don't know the actual answer to that, Steve. My guess is when they went to streamline, they cut the weight down because the steel wasn't as thick or whatever. They were 2-axle trucks instead of 3-axle trucks.
Yeah, this one is 3-axle.
Yeah, he's just asking why they call them heavyweights, and I don't know the actual reason.
Yeah.
I like Jason's answer.
Yep. So.
And they had 3-axle trucks because they weighed so much.
Yeah.
So what's F?
Well, and do you think about when they went to those, they had air conditioning in them? Some of the older ones didn't have air conditioning, so that added weight to them.
Yeah, it probably had something. We have a tendency to look at heavyweights versus streamliners, but they probably determined they called those heavyweights because the predecessors to those were much shorter and lighter.
Yeah, because I've got some of my silver sides that I need to work on that represent the earlier years of the passenger cars to the CNEI. And they're only 2-axle. And they're shorter too. This is what can't remember, 85-footer. It's almost twice as long as my B unit. So they're here's.
Well, it's kind of like the E units. The E units were 6-axle, but 2 of the axles were unpowered. They were just there because of the weight.
Yeah.
So I am far from an expert, but I always assumed, and I thought I read it someplace, the lightweight ones had a lot of wood in them, and they were light. The heavyweights were almost 100% steel, and that's why they had extra wheels and everything, and it was more of a safety, and they could be used at higher speeds. Now, I may be totally off the mark on that.
No, that makes sense.
What I heard.
Because the steel, like I say, if we compare the heavyweights to their predecessors, all right, their predecessors would have been wood. And then all of a sudden now we have these big steel cars.
Mm-hmm.
So that makes sense.
Yeah. But yeah, that was two good finds for me. It's not often. And Steve, this Walther's heavyweight I got for 55.
That's a pretty good price.
That's not
Is it
bad.
lit?
It is not lit.
Okay. Does it have an interior?
It does have an interior, and it has people in the interior. So.
Oh, then somebody's added the people.
Yes, yeah. As I was saying earlier, they didn't cut them down far enough, so they're a little tall in the seats, but you can actually see them. So, but I may go in there and cut them down some, and I may take your videos that you've done on the lighting of the passenger cars and maybe light these.
Give it a shot.
But it's kind of way down my list in things to do. I've got so much work to do on things that.
Well, that's my current project.
Oh yeah.
Working on. So.
I remember that light bleed now.
Don't have to worry about it because it's not on a drop down.
Okay.
So, and the shingles I will not have to. They can overlap where the under frame is, so there won't be any light bleed. That will not be a problem. So,
yeah.
Anyway, okay. Well, Lynn, did you get anything new this week or last week?
In a way, it wasn't supposed to be for me, but we're doing a giveaway at the train show in 2 weeks at the Desert Empire Fairgrounds.
Okay.
It's up in Ridgecrest, China Lake, Death Valley, whatever you want to call it. And
I flew right by it.
Pardon?
I flew right by it.
Did? Oh yeah, probably flew over it. I don't know if you flew by it, but anyways, it's a show where people are not selling trains because it would be a conflict of interest. We get donations, and I've showed a couple of weeks ago some of the donations we've gathered, and we hand them out to the kids. And I usually make a video out of it and acknowledge the different people that are donating, and we're getting donations left and right. And last night, I was given this box full of trains, and yes, it says Tyco, but that's just the ones on top. There's AHM, there's Bachman, there's all kinds of weird stuff in here. Always cabooses, there's cabooses. But I was looking through the box and found two of these.
CSX?
One, but two.
Are they the same road number?
No, they're not.
There you go.
Hey,
Yeah, one is they're both 3851. One is 11, and the other is 41. And it's there's a price tag on here of $6.95. Jason
wants to know if I won the Rock Island Alco locomotive yet.
I want to talk about that. There's two people. Two of them are present. One is up here in the corner, and the other one's in chat that is normally here, that have mentioned they would really, really like to have it. And if it was all up to me, you two would have one. I went and I have researched trying to find another one, and there's not a one to be found anywhere. Amazon, eBay, different websites. It's almost like it never existed. So yeah, it's kind of a special deal. If I could find and buy 2 more, I would just to make them happy send it to you. But I guess we're gonna have to wait until.
And knowing you, Lynn, you would.
I would. Yes, I
you
would.
don't have to do that. I'm going to win the contest, so.
But I mean, I've tried to find another one. It's hard to see with the glare, and I don't want to take it out of the box. It's in the box, inside of a plastic case. The guy that sold it to me opened it so he could stick his business card in there, and that goes with it. But as far as I know, without taking it completely out, it is brand new. I mean, the box isn't even hardly scuffed up. It's got a little handling for me touching it, but I wish I could find a couple more of them.
Hi.
Hey, hi.
High's in the list.
Yes.
We're going to have to negotiate something if he wins on the shipping.
So when are you going to do the drawing or whatever?
1st, 2nd, 3rd of November when the spirit moves me, but after Halloween.
Okay.
I guess
I still have time to stuff the ballot box.
That's right.
I got time to actually get on the ballot.
Yeah, you can't win if you don't enter.
That's right. Well, I've been so busy. It's I'm so behind on my watching of YouTube that I could watch 24/7 for 2 weeks and not get caught back up.
We had our club meeting last night.
Like installing JMRI, isn't it, John?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
And we had an option. What we do at each show, we pick out one person in the club, usually one of the officers. We have 5 officers, that they are the point man for the show. They're the ones that contact the show people. They're the ones that come up with the layouts. They're the ones that do all the phone calls and everything, because if it's more than one person, things are going to get messed up. So the person that did it, he's our treasurer. He's also a co-member of the club up there at the fairgrounds. They have a permanent display there. So we came up with 2 layouts. Boy, this is weird. Yeah, there's 1. There's 2. The difference is the yard goes down the middle. This one, the yard is on the end. We have a building all to ourselves, and the layout is going to be 50 by 52 feet, which is for us about average size. And we decided on the one without the yard going down the middle because it'll be easier to put up. And we like to make it simple. We're all getting older, and it's going to be almost a full day setting this up. But we set it up next Saturday, and then the weekend after is the show. It's a 3-day show, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and then go back the weekend after that, and that's when we pack it all up and take it home till next year. And we've already got an invite to Bakersfield to the GM, Golden Empire Historical Model, all these big long names like HD, MMRC. And they want us to put on a big display that they call this the elephant in the room. I'm looking at my notes from last night, wherever it went to, but I think it's going to be something like 50 by 60. And they said maybe even more room. It depends on how many vendors and other clubs. They have so many clubs that want to be in the show that we are in every other year. So this year we weren't there. Excuse me. Last year we were. Next year we will be. But when we're there, we bring out the battleships, the aircraft carriers, all the big stuff.
That's
those
really cool.
Are neat. Those are very well done. Very well.
And some of those are going to be at Ridgecrest. So already making arrangements. Pardon, John?
Make sure you get that in your videos. Because me.
I always leave stuff out. No, it'll be there.
Make sure you get that military stuff, because you know how much I like that.
Yep.
For those that didn't know or didn't remember, John, Schuylkill River Valley just had a birthday recently.
So. Yeah, again? Doesn't he have one every year?
Yeah. except his age is going down while his birthdays go up.
That's
Benjamin Buttons.
He's
Yeah.
diverging.
Yes, Benjamin Buttons.
Well, John, this layout or setup you're going to like because there's going to be one whole section that's going to be military.
Not good.
There's going to be the air base and all like that. I forget the other part, and the one in the middle is a oil tank farm.
Mm.
Because we're up at China Lake, which is the Navy gunnery range, and where they practice the pilots for landing on aircraft carriers.
Oh, okay.
But rather they crash in the desert rather than in the ocean.
Yeah.
It's easier to retrieve the pieces.
Yeah, but the ocean is a lot softer than the desert. Yeah.
But then they got to go down in the water to bring them up in the desert. It just scattered on the. Whoa, that was cool.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Joe, that's because he only turns it off once a year.
there's going to be about a 20-foot section that's going to be all military.
Great.
And the tank farm, all of the railroad tank cars are all going to be military.
Oh, I thought you were talking about tanks, as in tanks.
Those two. There's going to be tanks and oil tanks and the air base and all of that all combined, and the ships. So it's all going to be, rather than Disneyland and a mine and, Knott's Berry Farm or something, it's going to be a little more central theme out front.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
There'll be pictures. I always take pictures. I haven't even posted all the videos from the last show. I've been trying to spread them out. Let's get back to our number one man there, Steve, and find out what's going on.
You want to see what I got?
Yeah. Make yourself big there.
Now, it's been so long since I ordered some of this stuff, and since it's come in, I've forgotten what it is. So,
Well, change your screens first.
all right.
Yeah, we gotta see. You're in 1/8 of the picture right now.
Yeah.
Now you're in 1/4 of the picture. There you
there.
go. Good job.
All right. Well, I think
Hey,
we
somebody
probably
stole your car.
We can go to that. Car's sitting right there.
Oh, okay.
My wife was gone when we started, and she came home midstream, so I held my hand up to stop her.
A couple of weeks ago, before you went to Fresno, I saw her come out, get in the car, and drive off, and she waved to me.
Yeah, she said hi back to you, didn't she? All right. Let's see what's in this box.
Yeah, we like boxes. Boxes are good. Except when they're empty, then they're not good.
All right. This big box for these LEDs. So these are there's 50. These are the bright whites, not the warm whites.
Okay.
So I went looking for some, and they're the 3 millimeter. Yeah, 3 millimeters. So I use those whenever I want to have the effect of fluorescent lighting in a house or in a building. All right, next. I think I'm missing one somewhere. Next, I have this. Let's see.
Steve, I got a bag like that the other day just for this. And this is a big bag for the little thing down here. If you want to know what it is, they're mini SD cards.
Oh, yeah. The other day I went to do some decals. And, it wasn't too long ago I ordered some inkjet decal white background paper. And at that time, I swear to God, I had some clear backed decal inkjet paper. But I went to print some decals and couldn't find it anywhere. So So I went ahead and got some clear inkjet decal paper.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to say this every time I show these. Number 2, read the instructions. Number 2, and it says, take the printed paper to a well-ventilated space and apply an even coat of clear acrylic spray over the design.
Yes. And why is that, Steve?
Because if you don't, when you dip the decal into the water, all the ink comes off.
And how do you know, Steve?
It happened to a friend, I guess.
He heard about it.
Yeah, I heard about it.
Well, it wasn't this one. It wasn't this one.
No, it was me. It was me.
Yeah, well, things like that happen.
The next thing, when we moved, I lost a lot of my modeling supplies. Either lost or threw them away. I don't remember.
Yeah.
But I always had some 20,000 styrene and some 40,000 styrene, 1 foot square. And I'm not the only one. Jason's the one that told me. See?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Floyd did it too.
I did not do it because I learned from Steve's mistake.
Yeah. Well, guys don't read instructions very often.
Well, it's like I used the white background decal paper to do all my gondolas in different names by just doing a black box with white numbers on it. And it turned out great. I mean, you can tell if you're sitting there looking at one of the gondolas that, yeah, it's slightly raised there and it's a little bit different color black, but when it's going by on the layout, you can't tell the difference. And
right.
Long trains I've shown of 24 cars, there's 20 gondolas on there that have all different numbers. So.
Right. So anyway, I did get the 40,000 and the 20,000. I probably should have picked up the 30,000s as well. And this stuff comes in handy because it's great backing. If you want to print out like a brick or concrete block design, you can print it out on like a vellum tissue like paper, tracing paper, and then adhere it onto a backing of styrene. And it's a whole lot cheaper than buying the evergreen or contoured sheets. So I use it for all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
All right. So got those. I swear I had a little envelope thing too, but if I do, it's missing. Okay, so finally, over a month ago, Lynn's waiting for what crash? My train's to crash?
No, my train's to crash.
Oh.
This is the longest they've run without a derailment or anything.
Yeah. Jason and I are cut from the same mold. What are instructions again? Instructions? I don't need no stinking instructions. So anyway, a month ago, I ordered there on eBay. There were two Bachmann Spectrum City Scene models. All right. And if we look, over there's the Metropolitan Building and the Trade Tower Building, which are big skyscrapers.
Mm-hmm.
Two of the larger skyscraper models you can find. which will be part of my Chicago scene when I get the shed layout going and so forth. But I also found there's this good buy for $82. Two, one being the hotel, which is really reminiscent of the Congress and the Hilton hotels in Chicago. And the other was one of those two buildings as well. So I went ahead and bid on it, won it, for $82 for both, when each is $80 to $100. Okay. So you guys are getting the feel for how I like bargains, and whether I need them or not, I tend to buy them. I'm not going to need these models for 2 years minimum. So anyway, and I kept following the tracking, and they were stuck in Richmond. And the tracking message was always, it'll arrive by the 20th, September 20th, and it's in transit. Okay. Well, the 20th came and gone, and it was in transit. And I finally got a hold of the seller, and I said, hey, if it's not here by this last Wednesday, I'm going to request a refund. And they said, yeah, no problem. And they'll go down, and I put a trace on it from my local post office. And they said, well, it's still in Richmond, nothing they can do about it. Okay. Well, look, that's not what they said. The last scan was in Richmond, Virginia. Nothing they could do about it. I said, what do you mean there's nothing you can do about it? You can get a hold of Richmond and have them start looking, right? But no, they didn't do that. And so Wednesday came, and the seller said, yeah, I'll refund it, no problem. So they refunded it. Yesterday morning, the refund hit my account. Yesterday afternoon, the package showed up. All right, no tracking. There's no U.S. postal tags anywhere on it. Luckily, the seller had put my address on the box, so it apparently manually had to ship all across the country without any tracking or.
Hey, Steve, move your camera over. You're only showing half your face, which isn't bad.
Which is because I was showing that.
Yeah, but. Yeah.
All right. Anyway.
Just reminding you.
So I got the box late yesterday and got a hold of the seller. Said, hey, guess what showed up? So I PayPal'd them the money for it. And so this is one of them.
Nice.
Nope. Over here. Okay. And each of these, you can look them up on eBay. Each of these runs anywhere from $75 to $100+. And this one is the Metropolitan Building again. So I have two of these now. So I may be able to make it twice as tall.
Yeah, and somebody, I can't remember what YouTube channel, but they were doing a project with that building and they modified it, and it looked neat.
Yeah. CMR.
They lengthened it, maybe.
Yeah, CMR has some nice tall skyscraper buildings as well, with additional add-on pieces so you can make them taller. I won't worry about that until I actually get into the shed, because having a double deck layout, there's be a limit to. Bachman Spectrum buildings. Hey, Kyle. So anyway, and I did find the other little envelope that I thought I had and I couldn't find. So it's here. Let's see what we got. Oh, yeah. These are all I ordered 360 seated people so that I can make sure I have more seated people to amputate and put in all those rail cars. You all remember all the interiors I got a few weeks back for the Athearn cars.
Mm-hmm.
So, and this 360 is nowhere near what I'm going to need, but it's a start. So that's all. That's all the stuff I have this week.
Oh, very good. At least it wasn't the dry month like last month until you ruined it at the end.
Hey,
yeah.
when a deal comes up, a deal comes up, right?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yes, Floyd, those are from We Honest, the seated people. So, yeah, I haven't opened up, Floyd. I have not opened up any of these Spectrum kits, but they look to be very nice. And I know I've seen a couple of them on like Vic's City Scenes in St. Louis, his layout. I don't know if anybody's ever seen his layout before or not, but it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I believe I have.
I can't remember Vic's last name. So, anyway, that's what we have for today, folks. Now, as I mentioned early on, there will not be a live stream next week. I will be in Atlanta, and anybody that wants to go to a koi show, in my About section on YouTube, there's an email address. Shoot me a line, and I'll get you the information about when and where the koi show is in Atlanta.
Okay.
So I've got that, and then I'm back for a week again. And then I think it's one. Hang on, let me check the calendar. It's up there. I'm back for 2 weeks or 3 weeks. 3 weeks or 4 weeks, excuse me, before I'm headed down to visit with JD. So actually, my wife and I are doing the John Wayne Grit Series 5K in Fort Worth. And so I'm going to make time and go see Grandpa Rails.
Might as well when you're close.
I got a bottle for him that I've been trying to get him for a long time. So anyway, with that, folks, I want to thank you all for joining the gang here, the I-40 crew here. And
before you
as
sign
always,
off,
I had a great time.
Before you sign off,
yes.
I saw Jason the Train Freak say he'll try to make it next Friday. So I messaged him that you're going to the koi show. He just messaged and quote, then maybe I can go live. So
yeah. Well, thanks, JD. Usually on Fridays, as soon as I'm done, Jason goes live trackside. So check out and make sure if he's already on live or not. And if not, we could all hook back up on Jason's stream. All right?
Yeah, that'd be good.
I almost forgot. I got a little box in the mail.
Oh, yeah?
Last week. Yeah.
Oh, see.
From a really nice lady and her son.
Sammy Ray.
Yeah. It was
she asked me for my address, but I haven't gotten mine yet.
I was just scrolling through YouTube, and all of a sudden I saw where Tammy and son were on live, and so I clicked on, and she was having a contest, so I just entered. The next thing I know, I hear my name mentioned that I won a deck of cards.
Cool.
And I had just logged in. Okay, cool. And I got a couple of stickers. I don't know, they're around here somewhere. Okay, that's all.
Yeah.
All right.
Thanks, Tammy.
Again, hey guys, thanks for joining us here at the Retirement Railroad Friday Live and Mail Call. And y'all have a great day. Bye, everybody.